Everyone, Rachel and I were just having our typical pre-show chit-chat. And I was, telling Rachel, as I often do, that she should have another baby. And then Rachel said something and I said, oh, Rachel, we have to start recording. Rachel, what did you just tell me?
I said, I almost got Marley to agree to it when we were away this weekend.
Oh my God.
But that was just his we had been away from the children for a full day. So it was.
Right. You're going to get a very different answer when you're not near your children than you would if you were deep with your children.
For sure. No, I don't want another baby. We were just talking about, here's the thing. Would I be happy if it happened by accident? Yes.
Can that happen when you have a vasectomy?
Oh, yeah. It happens all the time.
Accidents do?
Oh, yeah. Because you have to still go get checked. I'm not sure how often you're supposed to do it, but I know you're supposed to make sure after the vasectomy, you have to go in and get the all clear that there is truly nothing left in the pipes.
Wow.
And he did that, albeit late. I think he went 6 months later than recommended. We really trusted his doctor.
Sure.
But he did, and there's, nothing there.
Okay.
But I'm pretty sure you're supposed to go regularly to make sure that it's stuck.
Oh.
There are so many. I was talking to my friend the other day who's also a doula. And
okay. Well, I don't like that. Okay, carry on. We'll circle back.
She was actually my doula. And she's now a friend because our kids go to school together. But we were talking and she said she's known several people where that's happened. They have baby number 4 or baby number 3 when they weren't planning on it because the vasectomy didn't take.
Whoa.
So if it were that kind of situation, I feel like we'd both be very excited and terrified. But I said to him, I was like, just to clarify, you're not saying you would actually go in and reverse the vasectomy and that we would actually try for another baby, right? And he's like, oh, no.
Right.
That is not what I'm doing. Yeah, no, that's not something he's interested in doing whatsoever.
Okay, that's a different level. But if it's, like a miracle. I mean, you have a very Mary look.
Like the Virgin?
The Mother of Jesus. Yeah. Something about you just reads like, get me in a manger.
Wow. Thank you so much.
And that's a compliment.
I am taking it as one.
Complimentary.
I am taking it as one. Because she was very young. She was like 15, 14.
Yeah, sure.
I'll take that. I'll take it.
Different times.
Speaking of Mary.
Oh.
I am going very viral on Instagram right now.
Yes.
And I think, last week we talked about biblical marriages. I think this is God's way of telling me to really lean into the religious content.
Rachel, I have chills, and I think you're spot on. I think this is a sign, we've talked before, like, what is the future of our accounts? What are we even doing here? And you are getting, wow, talk about ping after ping after ping, that God and Jesus want you to be their Instagram mouthpiece.
They're welcoming me home.
They are welcoming you home. You are their wayward daughter, and they are ready to embrace you again. And I think you need to lean in, like dabble.
Since I won't be having another content baby, I think this is my only other option because it's really rough out here.
Yeah.
It's really rough.
It's really rough.
Yeah.
Listen, from every mean comment I get, and then I look at their profile and there's always a Bible verse in their bio.
Always. Mm-hmm.
The religious community is very active on social media.
Oh, they are. They really are. We're actually outnumbered, I feel, by not being religious.
Absolutely. And I'm more not religious out of laziness.
Oh, yeah. I don't want to go to church every week. That's too big of a commitment. Yeah.
Too big of a commitment. It's another thing. But I love it for the people that love it and don't use it to be horrible to other people.
Exactly. And look, here's the thing. We are living in terrible times. Whatever you need to do, whatever you need to cling to get through, I'm all for. If it doesn't harm other people, particularly marginalized people.
Of course.
Then
I will say
it's all good.
It's all good. The thought of being like, oh, Jesus has got this. Like, that's just is the biblical marriage thing. It's like the ultimate biblical marriage.
I know. And like, I was raised in religion. Marley was not at all. So sometimes he'll be like, explain it to me. I don't know. He's like, to me, this just sounds crazy. It sounds insane. And I'm like, no, you don't get it. You don't get how comforting it actually could be to people who feel so out of control to believe that there is this guiding force in their lives. Like, it can just be really helpful for some people.
Yeah, and when the message is like, do good, help each other.
Of course.
Like, Jesus
who wouldn't
loves
sign
you.
on for that?
Yeah, I also just started watching the new Knives Out movie.
What's that?
And
the mystery. There's another one?
A new one. Yeah, and it involves attractive priests.
Oh, I kind of love that.
That's a subgenre of religion I could very much get into.
Who is the actor?
So first, Josh Brolin is one, but he looks a little crazy, but he's a very attractive older man.
Oh, yes, he is.
And then Josh O'Connor, who was in that threesome tennis movie with Zendaya.
Yes.
Who I did not find to be attractive in that movie. However,
but as a priest, it gets you.
As a priest, I'm like, okay. And he's got like a tattoo peeking out of his collar. And I'm like, okay. Oh,
very into that. Very into that. Okay.
Okay. With a violent background.
Oh, say less. Is Josh Brolin the one that is married to, what's her name? Diane?
No, Barbara Streisand.
Diane Lane. Oh, okay. Completely wrong. Completely wrong.
Wait, he might have been married to Diane Lane at some point in time, or they had a good movie together, or they were just in our thoughts.
Okay, because I remember one time on Martha's Vineyard seeing Diane Lane with who I thought was Josh Brolin and just thinking, wow, those are the two most attractive people I've ever seen in my entire life.
Do you think when two people are that attractive and they're together, like, are they able to be normal or because they're at the same level of attractiveness?
No, of course not.
You don't?
No.
They were together, you're right.
And they're no longer? And he left her for Barbara Streisand?
No.
Isn't that what you said?
No, his dad is married to Barbara Streisand. So that's where I thought you were going. He did not leave Diane Lane for Barbara Streisand.
Barbara Streisand is a full generation older than Diane Lane? Wow.
Well, yeah, we're... Welcome to You're So Right.
Welcome to You're So Right, where nothing we talk about matters.
You know what? I do have something that matters that I want you to go back to and talk to us about the fact that you went away for your first time away from your children.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So it's so funny because Marley's mom, who is like our main source of childcare help, besides like school that we pay for, so she gave Marley as a 40th birthday present a night away at this really nice hotel in Sonoma. His birthday was in July. So we finally got around to like booking it and feeling okay about leaving. And then I realized it had been over 3 years since we have had 24 hours without our kids or even anywhere close to that. Now, we've both gone away separately. Like, obviously, you and I went to New York. I went on my sister's bachelorette trip. Like, I've done trips away since Lenny has been born, and so has he, but we haven't gone away together. And when we realized that, we were like, oh my gosh, that is a long time. But we've also never been the couple that feels like, oh, let's go to the Caribbean or Mexico for a week without our kids. Like, that's just not our vibe.
Right.
No judgment if that's something somebody else wants to do, but that's just not something that I want to do. And so, yeah, a night away felt perfect. It actually went so well that we feel like next time we could do maybe a whole weekend. And it was lovely. It was so great.
Was there ever a point in time where you looked at each other like, oh, what are we going to talk about?
Kind of. And that's why I highly suggest going somewhere with like a spa situation because you're just expected to be quiet for the majority of the day. And then you can really save it all up for dinner time convo.
Yeah. Smart.
Yeah.
Because I love my husband. I consider him to be a very dear friend. That's
beautiful.
That's a weird way to describe it. And like I mean, you know me, I constantly have things to talk about. Like I could talk forever. But I don't know if we were alone somewhere that I would know what to say.
Well, it's hard because also Marley is a stay-at-home dad. So we are around each other all the time.
Right.
And I will say it's nice to not be interrupted and to have like
yeah.
spots for nice, comfortable silences, which those are things you don't get at home around the kids. So that was very
No.
nice. But
Did you think you had to go into it with like, oh, here's like some suggested topics that like we might want to go or some thoughts I'd had that I was saving for?
no, not really. Sorry, my dog is going insane.
Oh, I can't even hear it.
Okay,
I
good.
always forget that you have a dog.
Everybody does, including me.
And then also, don't people think when you talk about Marley, sometimes if they're new, that that's your dog?
Yes, that
Because
happens
Marley's
a lot.
a dog name.
It is a dog name. Although
How
when
does
he
Marley
was
feel about that?
well, when he was named, it wasn't really a dog name.
Was he named after Bob Marley?
Yes,
Wow.
he literally was. Which tells you everything you need to know about my in-laws. Yeah, he was named after Bob Marley. Actually,
Okay.
he didn't have a name for like 3 weeks. Which,
What? And then Marley was what they landed on?
I guess so.
Why did he have a name for 3 weeks?
I don't know. They just couldn't
couldn't pick
agree. They couldn't agree.
What were the other top contenders? Have you ever asked?
Yes, actually, well, when he comes on, we can ask him because I can't remember.
Okay, well, spoiler alert really fast. Marley is joining us later in this episode.
Oh, yeah. Was that going to be a surprise? We were going to have it like...
I forgot
Okay.
to tell people.
If we
Marley's
have
going to
time.
come on later.
He's standing by.
He's standing by in the wings, waiting for us to say we deign to let him into our space.
Oh my gosh. You know what was so funny about being away though is just, okay, number one, cable TV.
Love it.
So
Still have it.
We haven't had it in probably 5 years or
Wow.
more. We haven't had cable in over 5 years because it's since we've been in this house. And that was all this hotel had. So this hotel was very nice. I think it's the type of hotel that's kind of like an institution, used to be very fancy, is still nice, but like it hasn't been updated in quite some time. And so one thing that has not been updated clearly is their entertainment system. So there's no streaming or anything. So it was just cable. And the things that we landed on were Shark Tank and 90 Day Fiancé. And wow.
Great choices, Rachel.
I was going to say, wow, I forgot how incredible both of those shows are.
Okay, wait. Were you 90 Day Fiancé? Because right now, currently airing is 90 Day Fiancé.
The Other Way.
I think The Other Way. And there's also 90 Day Fiancé before the 90 days, possibly.
Oh, that's
there's
always
like
a good one, too.
But you
the one we watched
was...
It was The Other Way, and there was, in particular, I mean, we didn't watch very much of it. We were asleep by 8:45, but
love that.
What we did catch was a very voluptuous, gorgeous French woman with...
Manon.
Yes. With a very, just regular white guy from the States. Yes, that's the one.
And
they end up in this like sex dungeon hotel situation. Have you seen that episode?
You're
clearly up to date on this.
Oh yeah, surprise! That's what I do with my time. But I have not seen the sex dungeon episode.
Oh, it was very funny. She really won me over. I might reinstall our cable plan just to catch up with what she's up to. Yeah.
Wow. And was this accidental or did they intend to go there?
I think he booked it thinking it was like a very romantic situation, and it was in a literal basement with no windows and had a hot tub and mirrors, and it was very funny.
Oh my God. That's hysterical.
I know. I was like, wow, what are the French getting up to where this is just something you can book?
The French. I love them.
Gotta love them.
I gotta love them. I am French.
Speaking
my family
of TV,
is French.
Oh,
go ahead.
So am I. My mom's whole side is French. Yeah.
My dad's whole side is French. And we went to France and met these like long lost relatives. And my dad, or I mean, not long lost, like they knew where they were. But my dad brought a family tree, and my dad was previously married for like 2 years, like right after college. And they were looking at the family tree, and they said to my mom, like, oh, so you are like Marnie? And my mom was like, no.
Nope.
And it was an old family tree. My dad's ex-wife of like 2 years on it.
Wow, only 2 years and she got added to the family tree.
I guess they hung their hopes on her.
That's so funny. I would love to go and like find old relatives. I think most of mine, I don't think there's anybody that would still be living and know who we were in France. I think they're in Canada. But
wait, ours went to Canada too. We had some Canadians. Actually,
I feel like that's a very classic story.
That is a classic story. There's also a lot of, I won't go into it. tell you offline.
I was going to say it can get dark. Well, what I was going to say before about speaking of TV was another thing that we just finished, which was the Diddy documentary. Did you see it? The one that 50 Cent made.
Speaking of dark.
Speaking of dark and speaking of TV. Oh my God.
No.
I have a complaint, actually.
Oh.
It was not dark enough.
Interesting.
Not that I want to see the details of abuse. Obviously, nobody wants to see that. But I did feel like it was very heavily glossed over. And I haven't seen any commentary on it because I haven't really been on TikTok this week. But so I don't know if this is a popular opinion or not. But I felt like it was very... I don't know. I think it should have been more heavy-handed with what actually went down. I will say the first 2 episodes were all about how he kind of came up in the industry and all about like the West Coast, East Coast, Biggie, Tupac, all of that kind of stuff, which I was, I think, a little bit too young at the time to fully appreciate what was all going down. So that was all very interesting because I just didn't know a lot of that history.
Right. I don't know any of that. That is absolutely not on my watch list.
Yeah.
I can't take that on emotionally right now.
No. And I hadn't really watched any of the other stuff. I mean, I know obviously people have been talking about these cases forever now. And I just felt, I was similar to you where I was just like, I don't even want to take that on. I don't want to know more. The whole thing just really disgusted me. But because 50 Cent produced this one, and apparently it was supposed to be like super messy, like, I don't know. I was just kind of intrigued by the drama of it all.
Right.
And the pettiness of it all, that we decided to watch it. And I was underwhelmed.
That's what you guys watched in your romantic time away?
Not on our romantic time away.
Okay.
We had our...
Okay. I was like,
no.
You went from
decided
90 Day Fiance to Diddy with your private time?
No, because the Diddy one is on streaming. It's on Netflix, I guess. So we had to wait till we got home to finish that. And we just finished it up the other night. No, on our romantic getaway, we really just stuck to cable. And
Love that.
That was great. And we watched maybe 45 minutes because we were asleep before 9 p.m. And we slept 11 hours.
Stop. You slept 11 hours?
I mean, we went to bed at 8:45. I think I fell asleep. And we smoked weed.
Oh, okay. I'm like, there's no way that's a sober sleep.
Oh, no. And we woke up at like 7:30. It was insane.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you actually smoke weed?
We have this little pen. No, I don't.
Okay.
I don't like edibles because I feel very out of control with like when it's going to hit me, and I just feel like I'm waiting and I get paranoid. But we have this little pen that actually my sister left here. We are not regular smokers like at all. We never have in the house, especially like with little kids. But my sister was here for Halloween, and she is a bit of a connoisseur. And sorry, Mom and Dad, if you're listening. And she left this little pen here. And it was just like the perfect, I don't know what type it is or what, again, like I know nothing about this kind of stuff. I'm not a regular smoker. But it just was like the perfect, I don't know, like one hit, and it's just like the nicest relaxation, no paranoia. Like you don't feel it the next day. You don't feel like, I don't know what type it is, but it is perfect. So she left it here because she was scared to fly with it. So we were like, we'll take it off your hands. And that was Halloween. And obviously it's still lasted because it's like a once a week type of thing. But
you know what? I have an interesting, like, I don't want to say judgment because I don't want anybody, and it's not in real life, but I will sometimes see content on Instagram of moms that like are parenting after they've smoked.
Yep.
And it is crazy, the stigma, and I feel it too, because it's like, oh, it's so normalized to have like mommy's wine or like mommy's juice, and have like a couple of glasses of wine and still parent.
Yeah.
But there is still some piece of me that's like, oh my God, you're parenting while you're high? Like, that's crazy. But if somebody, again, had been like, oh, I just had a glass of wine, I'd be like, oh, sounds great. Isn't that an interesting block?
I know. Well, and I think it's probably different for everybody because, again, like I have taken a gummy and don't even feel it. Like don't feel any different. Whereas other times I've smoked, I feel like I'm going to die because it's just like certain types or whatever will just hit certain people differently.
Yeah.
And so like I cannot imagine parenting in that type of state.
Right. And I know there's some too that are really, oh God, we sound like such losers.
Boomers.
Boomer losers who like don't know we're like Mary Jane, the devil's herb or whatever they call it. Like, how embarrassing, Rachel.
Even calling it weed sounds antiquated.
I know. What
like,
do we call it, though?
People say when the
gardening?
When the words smoked weed came out of my mouth, I was like, wow, that is cringe as fuck. What do the kids say? I don't even know. They do say gardening. They say you call it gardening. Because that's what
get blocked on Instagram.
So that yeah, exactly. So on TikTok and Instagram, you'll see gardening. I'll have to touch back down with my sister. Also, I don't know.
I will say again, if you do that, that is no actual judgment on you. It's just these like specific types of content that I see. And I do also know there are types, like I said, that are for if you have anxiety. It's like taking like a Xanax or something.
Right. It just takes the edge off. Right.
Yeah. It can be so helpful for mental health. So I get that too. I just was saying it's so interesting that it's like all of those DARE classes from the 90s when they came to school and brought the messed up cars and stuff really stuck with me.
That was some real propaganda.
Real propaganda, and I was signed up. I was in it. I was locked and loaded. I still sometimes will think that somebody came to our high school and they told us about how they did like they knew somebody that did like acid or LSD or something, and it burned a hole in their brain.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Then they were mountain climbing, and while they were mountain climbing, their brain like took them back to a bad flashback. And I just was like, well, I can never do acid or LSD because what if one day I am mountain climbing?
That is so specific.
It's so specific. And Rachel, it changed my life. Like, I will never do acid or LSD for fear of a future mountain climbing accident. Right.
Yeah, those I would say I am not interested in trying. I would try a lot of things. Those two particularly I'm not that interested in. Now, you're a spiritual woo-woo girly.
Yes.
Would you do like ayahuasca?
Absolutely.
Okay.
We're going to do it together.
Because isn't
our past life regression is an entry into you and I going to a Rhythmia Costa Rican 7-day ayahuasca retreat. Surprise!
Right, but is that... By the way, sign me up. But is that not... Again, I'm sounding like such a loser for not knowing that. Isn't that like the same type of thing as LSD?
No, Rachel. Well, we call it Mama Aya, first of all, and you can only take it if you are called to it. If Mama Aya whispers to you that it's time to join her in ceremony.
Oh.
I don't believe LSD is whispering to you.
Okay, so it's like a ping because...
It's a ping and it's an herb that you drink in like a tea.
Got it. So it's not synthetic. So maybe that's the difference?
No, it's not. It's like an herb. It's natural.
About a year ago, I would say, because I do think it was around the holiday time, I did get really deep into this side of TikTok.
Oh, I was like, are you going to say a drug?
No. You got really into acid.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know where this is going, and do we need to call Marley in?
You know, he would be the perfect person to deal with it. But no, I got really into it on TikTok and I was just following all these people's journeys with it. And it really seems very healing. Very healing.
Very healing. Now, there is a part that is a bit tricky where you could have just like explosive diarrhea for like a lot of it. But that's you purging like the demons and your old selves. By losing control of your bowels.
I'm joking.
I know.
I wasn't ready for you to say that.
I know you weren't, but that's often the first night. And then there's this person I follow too who did ayahuasca where she was like, oh my God, it was so amazing. Well, you know, the first night I was trapped in the depths of hell for what registered in my body as thousands of years.
Okay,
and
no.
I was screaming and I just was like,
Immediately no.
What?
Never mind.
But
never mind.
Then there's other ones. Okay, we'll find a different medicinal journey for us to go on.
That sounds great.
That's not ayahuasca.
That sounds great. I mean, all of the Mormon wives are doing their ketamine journeys. So
love it.
If it's good enough for them. Now, how does that you are familiar with the show more than me. I stopped watching it. But so how do they square that with not being able to have coffee or alcohol? Like, why is ketamine the thing that's fine?
So coffee, and it's not about caffeine either, because I obviously love soda. It's because when Joseph Smith wrote the Book of Mormon, no offense to my Mormon listeners here, wrote the Book of Mormon, that was like a warm versus cold liquids affecting the body, and digestion was like a big thing. So he took it from that. It was about hot liquids that you're not supposed to have hot. Yeah, basically. So you're not supposed to have hot like liquids, but then I don't know how they like justify it now.
What about iced coffee,
we've got
though?
Mormon listeners. So now, but he said coffee, so that's what it is.
Oh, so that's
why they have soda and all of that.
I thought it was because caffeine is like a drug. Okay. So why can they do ketamine?
Well, it's interesting. I wonder if it's because, obviously ketamine wasn't a thing, and so he didn't specifically say ketamine at the time.
Right. Like you cannot have ketamine was not written in there.
They say it's like for therapy. I don't think they're like getting in a K-hole at like a party.
Right.
Now that's what young people say. Did that sound cool coming out of my mouth?
I was going to say, what?
Did that sound like I knew what I was talking about?
It absolutely did.
Well, thank you so much. I don't know. I've never done it, but I did have a younger male coworker who had mentioned that to me before, and so I felt like I could appropriate it.
It sounds like you used it correctly, and who's to say
Thank you.
that you didn't?
If we have any listeners out there, please let us know if I used K-hole appropriately. I would also like to say, Rachel, justice for you in the way you pronounce Oregon, because Danny Pellegrino, who has the best Bravo podcast,
yes, we love him,
pronounced the word Oregon on his most recent podcast episode.
He did? Oh, I haven't listened yet. Okay, that makes me feel so validated. And I will say he's from Ohio, which
right, and you're not.
I'm.
So I don't.
But Connecticut is only like 8 hours away from there, so it makes sense. It makes sense that we would pronounce it the same way. Like Connecticut's basically the Midwest. Okay. So that's why I say everything wrong.
There you go.
No, that is very validating.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll get a lot of DMs about how it's wrong, and he only said it once, but I was happy for you when I heard him say it.
Oh, I love him so much.
Okay.
All right.
Do we have anything else, or should we let Marley? Now, let me preface this, guys. So Rachel and I were talking about the podcast. We were talking about this month's episodes because obviously people are traveling, and, we were like, were we going to do live episodes? And neither of us had anything to talk about. And I said, oh my God, how fun would it be if we did like a Newlywed Game kind of episode with Marley where I ask questions, and it's not going to be, and I'll explain this to Marley too, this isn't like gotcha journalism. This is, I'm not
It
trying to.
It can be a little.
Okay. I'm not trying to trip you up and make you look like you don't know each other.
Right.
But it's going to be fun questions. Also a fun way for us to get to know you a little bit better.
Okay.
By what Marley answers.
I'm very excited to do this with Tyler too next time.
Yeah. Well, Tyler's busy.
Well,
and then a nice way.
Did he agree? Did he agree to it?
I didn't mention it to him.
Oh, well, I will.
So, surprise.
Okay.
But also a nice way because, I've said this to you before. I would love for you and Marley to get into couple pranks videos. This is my 2026
that will
for you.
Never happen. And do you know why that will never happen? Because when I was on the Haters podcast, he asked for my biggest influencer ick. And I was so caught off guard. I was like stalling for time. I was like, well, what's yours? And he said, when couples do pranks videos. And so now I will never be doing one of those because he said it's his ick.
Okay. Well, I just think, let's not shut the door on anything. We don't know how far we can fall in 2026, Rachel. Okay.
All right. Well, Marley has just entered the room. I'm going to give him a headphone. Didn't really think
you need to scoot over, Rachel.
Portion of this. I'm going to scoot over.
Could I have the other one?
What? Then you have to sit on this side.
No. You sit on that one.
Okay, interesting. Already seeing the couple dynamics at play.
Have you never done this before?
Marley, we're very unprofessional here.
Hey, friends.
Hi, Marley.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm fantastic. I'm incredibly
Rachel,
wet.
you can let go of the mic and let him hold it.
You're incredibly wet. He just rode home and it's raining.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I talked over that. That seemed like a big piece of
No, you
information.
can edit that part out. That's totally
Absolutely
fine.
not. We don't edit here. Marley, we are so happy to have you. Now, typically, Marley, this is a place where we say we don't want to hear anything about men's thoughts, feelings, opinions. Men are not typically welcome. However, you are one of the 2 men that we approve of.
That sounds a lot like my own household.
Yeah. You know what? That's okay. I actually saw something on Instagram that was like, what does your husband think when he hears you say, I hate men? And I thought, I feel like Marley would be like, yeah, me too.
I say, yeah. Also think, though, that you're raising a son, so
Right.
pipe down around him, maybe. Yeah.
Right. But that also will help him like not be a garbage man.
True. We're working on that.
Yeah. That's the goal. Rachel, I need you to get some sort of mic situation too, or share it or something. You being quiet and just looking at me is freaking me out.
I know. I didn't think about having 2 mics, but I think it's actually probably better so that we don't talk over each other.
Yeah, or just like hold it in the middle and project.
Okay, let's do that.
Okay, now each
I'm
of you
ready.
say something.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, great. So, Marley, I was saying to Rachel, this is not some like gotcha journalism where I'm trying to trick you or trap you. I just thought it would be fun because Rachel and I are running out of things to talk about on this podcast to ask you some questions to get to know our girl Rachel a little bit better, to get to know you better through your POV. And then at the end, we'll do some where I'll ask questions and you guys have to say at the same time who you think the answer is, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So it'll be really fun. Okay. Marley, this question is for you first. If Rachel won the lottery, what is the first thing she would buy?
She would travel. I think she would buy an extravagant trip.
That's very
Would she
true.
be going solo? Would you be going solo, Rachel?
No, she would bring me and the kids. I encourage her to go solo all the time. And she's like, but I miss them. I feel guilty. And I'm like, that's wild.
Yeah. Would you, Rachel, go solo with me?
Yeah.
Great.
Yes. Also, I would say if I had won the lottery, I would travel with my family, but I would hire full-time nannies.
That's the way to do it. So they're there, but you don't actually have to see them. You can
Or
touch
do anything.
down
Exactly.
if you want. That's the way to do it. Okay. And what would Marley buy? Would it be some like bike related thing?
Yeah, he'd probably buy a new bike, or he'd buy, actually, no, he would buy like a cabin in the woods.
Bingo. Nailed it.
Wow. Off grid.
A country home. Yeah.
West Sonoma, coast and woods. It's great.
Oh my God. Okay. I love that.
Yeah.
Wow. Look at that. Okay. Rachel, what is Marley's dream vacation destination?
Ooh. I would say probably somewhere in South America.
Correct. I'd probably go to Patagonia and do like one of those big hike through adventure treks.
I don't need to be there for that.
I was going to say, would you be going solo?
I'm good. Yeah, I'm good.
I couldn't imagine Rachel being down.
Nope, I'm all set.
You should do that, Marley. Rachel, you need to get Marley Marley, actually, you're now a social media superstar. You should be pitching yourself to travel brands.
I don't know that I will ever pitch myself to anybody. That sounds like...
I'll have Aaron get on it.
Yeah, I was going to say, social media manager, get on it.
Yeah.
Okay. Marley, what is Rachel's worst habit?
Oh, God.
You should see the inside of her office and the side of the car door. It's wild. For somebody that really harped on me about some hygiene of the house, there are some spaces that are exclusively hers that are just atrociously dirty.
Yeah. Yeah, I knew he was going to say that.
Well, we've talked before on this podcast many times that we all have our blind spots, and yours is definitely car related.
100%.
It became more evident when I stopped driving the car altogether because she could no longer be like, it's an us thing. I'm like,
right. I love when I do that and I'm like, tell my husband that the mess is his. And he's like, well, this isn't my necklace. This isn't my pink sweater. This isn't my nail polish. And I'm like, okay, you know what? Fine.
Just attack me. Why don't you?
Yeah, exactly. Okay, Marley. Rachel asks you to grab a treat from the store on the way home. What are you buying for her?
It's going to be a sweet treat.
Obviously.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Well, I didn't.
What is the sweet
What
treat?
time of day is it? Is she hungry? Like,
Oh.
what's her mood? Like, we got to factor these things in.
Marley, these are fantastic follow-up questions because that shows that you get it, that there's a different sweet treat need for a different time of day or a different mood. And also, if you ask where she was in her like luteal cycle, I think that also would be a very fair follow-up.
For sure. We have started to get more iron dense foods and a sweet treat for certain times of,
I love that.
you know what I mean? You just got to be
I love
prepared.
that.
You have to adapt and learn. Like, you just can't sit and complain.
Yes. Rachel, on a scale of 1 to 10, how romantic to you is a surprise treat from the store?
A 2.
Really?
Romantic?
Yeah.
That
means Marley is doing
thoughtful.
a task, and then he's like, my beloved would love this sweet treat, and I'm going to get it for her.
I do it so often that it's outrageous if I don't
immune
bring
to
her
it.
something. It's not like a surprise and I'm excited
It's expected.
about it anymore. Yeah.
To be fair, you're usually going, not for me. I'm just like the afterthought. He brings the teachers treats like all the time.
Wow.
And so while he's at the bakery getting their stuff, he'll throw something in for me. So it doesn't actually feel like it's for me, you know?
Okay. Rachel, can we have a little sidebar here?
Yeah. Take your headphone out.
I think that's still a nice sweet treat for you that you should be happy to be getting. Okay. We'll talk more about that later. Now, when I go to the store and I surprise my husband with a treat, unfortunately, it's beef jerky because he loves beef jerky. And I'm like, this isn't very romantic, but what can you do?
Well, to be loved is to be seen or known. What is that phrase that we always try to say?
I don't know. We never get it right as we're complaining about it. Okay. Now, we have talked about this a little bit before. Marley, if you could take over one household chore for Rachel forever, what would she want you to do?
One household chore?
Yeah, like if Rachel wanted you to be in charge of one household chore forever, what would it be?
That would assume I don't do any chores.
That would assume you do any.
That would assume
chores.
I do any household chores.
I would say like cooking, but she enjoys cooking. Tidying, but like I'm not gonna say she enjoys it, but like she can't not.
Okay,
Right,
actually no, that would be the one.
Tidying?
If I didn't have to clean up all the kids' shit all the time, that would be great.
Yeah. Well, there's also a very big difference between like cleaning versus picking up those tiny random piles of children's items.
Exactly.
Like
I'm the one that does that.
Yeah, mop, then have to like get down on the ground and pick up one car and then go 6 feet and get this one thing over there.
Totally. No, you're right.
know?
That is the worst task. I'd rather clean pretty much anything else than do that.
Okay, Marley, if Rachel could only eat one food for the rest of her life, what would it be?
Pasta.
You could do category of food or then specific food.
It would be pasta. It would be a red sauce. I don't know the specific noodle. Would it be?
No, I think that's specific enough. I don't need to have the same noodle every day.
But it would be
Mixed up.
pasta with red sauce?
Yeah.
You're like a little toddler. That's very sweet. I love that for you.
Italian toddler.
Yeah. A little French Italian Mary toddler. Okay, Rachel, what would Marley eat for the rest of his life?
Sandwiches.
What kind of sandwiches?
Uh,
Are you talking about like turkey sandwich? Like
probably
a sub?
no, like probably an Italian combo. Am I right about
Italian combo.
I don't know if I could do that forever. It would have to be something like sort of like a California club type situation. You
I
know?
love that. Very
Interchange the
specific.
cheeses because like turkey makes it feel healthy.
Yes.
I don't know that I can eat capicola.
We need your protein goals.
Your protein goals. Marley, have you ever said the words out loud to Rachel? How many sandwiches have you made for me in an argument?
No, but I know the answer to that.
Name that quote.
I mean, I love Summer House. She should have gotten rid of that. She should have gotten rid of that guy quick, fast, and in a hurry. The audacity to say that in the middle of an argument.
Marley, did Rachel tell you about the fact that I'm having an affair with West from Summer House?
Oh my God. I've been watching clips from his podcast. It's pretty. I love West.
Does he have a podcast?
I was a big fan of his on the show. I thought he had just the perfect amount of
legs.
Pizzazz.
Yes, that too.
Yeah, he does have hairy thighs. Hairy thighs for the guys. Like he is a man after my own heart. I've watched so many of these shows, and none of these men have any kind of chest hair. So when I saw that big, hairy, fat man, I was like, that's my dude.
Yeah. Marley, what's your thought on chest hair? Are you pro chest hair, or are you somebody that in your youth shaved your chest hair?
I did shave it, but that was because I didn't see any representation in the world around me.
Right.
I still don't. Have you watched what's that show, the dating show we watched where they get voted off? Love Island. Not a single chest hair to be found on any one of those men. And they come from like all over the world. I'm like, did they just have a casting call for like bald
hairless men?
Chested men? It's awful. Yeah.
You know, Rachel, I think we might have talked about this before. I don't care for a hairless man, especially because at some point in time, unless they are going and getting laser hair removal, there's going to be a stubble situation.
Yeah, and I cannot imagine anything worse.
No.
Having it on the face is bad enough.
Yeah. Are you pro, Marley, facial hair? Do you prefer when you have facial hair, or do you prefer being facial hair free, but then you're scared of Rachel's reaction?
Both of these things, I've had to lean into the hairy chest and the facial hair thing because I don't have a choice. And so I can either love myself or I can just do this self-loathing thing where I'm like, I wish I was a hairless man. And that, like, I just can't do that. But we were having this conversation the other day because Rachel's dad can't really grow a beard. He's got that like nice olive Italian skin. And so I was looking at Otto and I was like, I wonder if you're going to be one of these like hairless dudes. And then if my son is a hairless dude, like how do I rationalize? It's just going to be
right. Well, and then what representation will he see? You're going to have to start shaving your chest again, Marley.
I know. I don't want to go back to Walgreens and buy a bucket of Nair.
You know what? It is hard to be a man, Marley. I'll give it to you.
It's just very hard.
In one regard.
Also, picturing my son growing facial hair is really upsetting to me.
Yeah, but isn't it crazy? It's such a mom moment. I feel like I cried the first time I saw my son's leg hair. And I was like, oh my God, you are like you're going to be a
boy.
Man.
Yeah.
You're like a boy. And then I was like, this is going to cause so much trauma for him. I need to
exit the room.
Yeah. Okay. Marley, what is Rachel's weirdest habit?
Rachel's weirdest habit.
Rachel, if you already know the answer for Marley's weirdest habit, you can say it out loud and Marley needs to think.
Marley's weirdest habit?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I know.
What is it?
When he puts deodorant on, he does it on one side and then smells it and then does it on the other side. And it is very weird. And he does it every single time.
Okay.
Even though the smell of the deodorant has not changed.
Yeah, but it's like you're up, you're down. It's like a sign of the cross thing.
It's similar to like a toothbrush routine. Like I have to wet my toothbrush before I put toothpaste on it.
Yeah, but that's normal. Everybody does that.
And I wet it again.
Do you really? You wet your toothbrush multiple times in your toothbrush cycle?
Toothpaste, wet, brush.
Weird self-care habits. Yeah.
Okay, I love that though. What's Rachel's weirdest habit?
I don't know. She gets chocolate all over our bed all the time. That's like the only one that came to mind. She like for some reason she chews with her mouth closed in every other instance, but then she gets into bed with like a brownie or something, and it's just like you'd assume there was a mouse
flying
in the
all
bed.
over.
It just, like Stuart Little being lived in real time. It's nuts. But then it's like chocolate. We have white sheets. There's just like these brown chocolate stains all over our sheets.
Rachel, why are you eating in bed anyways?
Why not is the better question. Why aren't you?
That's something we're gonna have to unpack on another episode. Do you get also, are you you'll wear your outside clothes?
No. I'm actually very particular about that. If my kids go near my bed in their school clothes, I will flip out. Like my sheets have to be pristine except for
brownie.
Whatever sweets, crumbs.
Okay.
But I would never eat like actual food in my bed. Only sweets.
Okay.
So I feel like that I think makes it better, but
I get that. Okay, Marley, what is the one thing that Rachel is most likely to end up in jail for? I feel like there could be so many things.
I mean, killing me comes to mind. But
I would say killing you. I would say some like car accident where she just like drives straight into
hit and run. Well, we don't need to say that on air, but
vehicular manslaughter seems
yeah. Or just like driving into a building.
Yeah, it's not like you were chasing somebody down. It's just like whoa. There's other people around.
Let's not put that into the universe because that is actually very likely.
Okay. I meant more just like you're, driving into a brick, something.
Sure, it's happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What would Marley go to jail for?
Road rage.
Oh.
Or like bike rage. Like he has like been on the bike, especially because I will say it's a protective instinct because he's with the kids on the bike. And if somebody cuts him off or something like that, he will lose his mind.
Oh, yeah.
And like I could definitely see him like smashing a window or something.
Right. Now, Marley, my husband will say when he has moments of road rage, and I'll say, like, somebody could get out of their car and shoot you. Like, that's a thing that happens.
Exactly. I say that all the time.
Yeah. And he says, well, at least I will go out teaching somebody else a lesson. And I'm like, you're insane.
No,
but do you connect with that, Marley?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay.
I feel like such an idiot. The moment I saw the gun, I would be like, fuck, Rachel's going to kill me.
Right? Right?
Like, you better survive.
Right. Like my husband's, or it's going to be like, just take me out at this point because I'm going to have to explain the story to Rachael when I get home. And I really don't want to deal with that.
I will say we do live in San Francisco. We live in a city that doesn't have any gun shops. And I'm not so naive to think that there aren't guns here, but like it's not as prevalent of a gun culture. We're not that close to like Orange County,
Fair. Very fair. Okay. Now we're going to have rapid fire where I'm going to ask you a question and you guys say a name at the same time. So like, for example, of the two of you, who falls asleep first? And then you guys both say what your answer is, and we'll say if you see the same answer or different answers.
Got it.
Okay. Who's the better listener?
Me.
Marley.
Okay. Who is better in a group setting?
Me.
Rachel. What?
Really?
Oh, yeah, I'll give that to you.
Well,
I was going to actually say Marley also. No offense.
It depends on the group, but yeah.
It is me.
It's you.
Yeah, what group would you be happy to be in, Rachael?
I'd be a better I changed my mind. It's him.
Okay. But I loved that for a second you thought it was you. That's
for a
very
second
sweet.
I had a moment of confidence in my social abilities, but
and then both of the people in the room were like, "Are you insane?"
No.
Yeah. Okay. Who spends more time cleaning the house?
Marley.
Who gets out of bed first in the morning?
Rachel.
That's because Lenny gets up and she has to pee, and she'll only let Rachel take her. If I get up, she will scream at the top of her lungs.
Yeah.
Classic.
Yeah.
Okay, speaking of, this might be tough. Who do the kids prefer?
Rachel.
Yeah, we got a 2v1 situation. So I got Otto and she has the girls.
Oh, there you go.
That's not true.
It is true.
No, it's not. They all prefer me.
Who is the disciplinarian?
Ugh.
Rachel does most of it, but then when the hammer needs to be dropped, she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna get dad," and I'm like, "Oh, fuck, I don't want to be the bad guy." Like, and then I go like, "You guys are in serious trouble."
Yeah,
it's kind of it's a 1-2 combo. But Rachel does the bulk of it, and then if it gets really serious, then I have to extract a child.
I like that. I do the same. I lay the groundwork, and then I'm like, if you don't stop, Dad's gonna come in and he's gonna yell at you, and then they're like. But in a healthy way, like the fun, loving yelling. Don't worry about it.
I don't love it because I don't like being the bad guy.
Yeah.
I think in reality, both of us are too soft.
Yeah.
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 Even when like one of the kids would be like wiling out or something, and like we got to keep everybody's bodies safe, I'll be like, "Come on, man, I really don't want to do this."
Yeah. 100%.
Help me help you.
Yeah, our middle child is like, "I'm gonna make you do everything you said you were gonna do." I'm like, "Oh, come on."
Sometimes if I'm like watching the kids and they're doing something like that, and I tell them like, "Stop jumping on the couch," or my daughter today was like, had a cord in her mouth, and I was just like, I don't really want to deal with this. And then my husband came in and was like, "Get that cord out of your mouth," and I was like, "Oh yeah, get that out of your mouth. What are you doing?" But I knew it was happening the whole time, but it was just like, I don't want to deal with this.
No,
right
sometimes
now.
you just have to turn the other way.
Exactly. And in my defense, the cord wasn't plugged in at the time, but
it was fine. I'm sure
it was totally fine.
No electrical current. You're good.
Yeah. Who is? Well, I don't want to ask that one because I think we know the answer. It was who is friendlier in public?
Marley.
Yeah, that's why I was like, that's
when Rachel and I first started dating and we moved in together, we would walk down this like super nice neighborhood we lived in, and we'd see like neighbors on the street, and I'd say hi, or I'd say howdy. That really bothered you.
Yeah,
and she was like, "Why do you say that to people?" And I was like, "It's like a common greeting to like show
Wow,
that you're
to
nice
see.
to your neighbors, and she thought it was the strangest thing.
Because howdy is not a common saying. We're in California.
Right. Wait, that reminds me though, have you guys ever seen the thing on Instagram where it's like straight man hiking but overcompensating so that women aren't scared of
Marley.
him?
That is
Yes.
Marley. That footage is from a hike that we have done. He
We
is
need to find it. It's
exactly
so
like
good.
that. He's exactly like that.
Okay, who is the most competitive?
Marley.
Really?
Yeah.
Because Rachel, I feel like you're competitive. Or are you just competitive with
not.
yourself?
I'm competitive with myself. I am not competitive with other people at all. If I was in like a race or something, I'd be like, you know what? You can win. I don't really care about this that much.
But is that because you just don't want to do the physical exercise of being in the race?
Yes, that was probably a poor example because that was a physical activity. But even if it was, okay, so say I was in like a chess tournament, I don't really care about winning.
Okay, fascinating.
No.
See,
I would say in her domain, she's a little competitive.
But I think you're competitive with yourself if you want to do more. Okay, Marley, we'll sidebar about that.
Yeah.
Who would survive longer in a zombie apocalypse and why?
Oh my God, me.
For obvious reasons.
Rachel,
I would throw myself at the zombies and be like, please.
I was going to say, there was a time where I told my husband that I actually thought we should buy cyanide because if there was an apocalypse situation, I wanted to immediately take us all out.
Yeah,
like,
I don't want to be there for that.
Interest in surviving that and being like one of the people rebuilding. Like, I have zero survival instinct. Like,
Are you watching Pluribus?
No, but I've heard about it.
Okay. It's very much this type of conversation, and it looks like I want no part of that. I don't want to survive.
Exactly. No. I'm not fighting for survival. Are you kidding?
No.
We're barely doing that now as an alive person. Okay. Who is more likely to get into a street brawl?
Marley.
Me. Also me.
I also don't feel like, Rachel, you would get into a verbal street brawl.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who is more likely to take over the planet as an evil genius?
Me.
Rachel.
100%. You'd have to be a genius.
Whoa! Okay. This is the last one. You're shipwrecked on a deserted island. Who eats who to survive?
I mean, Marley has protein goals to meet, so...
Rachel just said that she wouldn't want to be alive in that situation, so I feel like it resolves itself.
I'd be like, you know what? I'm going to take one for the team here.
Yeah. Also, she's not trying to eat this like hairy chest.
I'm all set.
Oh, okay, wait. The last rapid fire one. Who has a better sense of humor?
I'll let Rachel answer.
I think I do.
I mean, don't we all always think, though, that we are the funniest wherever we are?
Rachel does not.
I'm funnier than you.
You might be. No.
Yes, I am.
Agree to disagree.
Okay. Who has a better sense of time?
Me.
Like, is one of you always
what?
Okay.
Oh, no, you. Yeah.
Yeah, no, me.
Who has a better sense of adventure?
Me.
Who has...
No. False. If I'm like, hey, let's check this thing out, or let's like pursue this path that we didn't know, she's like, no, that's not the plan. I'm like, that's not.
Yeah, but if I say, let's take the kids to live in like the Philippines or something for a year, you wouldn't want to do that.
Well, I think that's very different than taking a new path on your walk.
Well, I guess I should say it depends on your definition of adventure or your idea of adventure.
Very true.
I'm more spontaneous, I would say. That might be a better category.
Okay. Yeah, that's true.
Okay. And then which of the two of you has more book smarts or street smarts?
I have more book smarts. He has more street smarts.
Yeah, I also have like more world knowledge about like we have this book in our house. It's like based in New York City where like these kids walk down the street and they like say hello to people of all different cultures. And one of my great joys in life is hearing Rachel read it because she has never, ever heard any of these said ever. Like, it is just so funny. It's like, assalamu alaikum. She'll be like, assalamu. And I'll be like, it's assalamu alaikum. And it's like, it is just.
Well, Marley, have you ever heard her pronounce the word Oregon? The state?
Yeah, it's like, there are things that we stumble across in our relationship still. And I'm like, you have no idea what this is, do you?
Yeah.
It is the best.
Isn't it fun still learning so many years on?
languages are just not. The book he's talking about is a children's book. My kids call it the Ola book because it's all these different languages. And it's his favorite thing to like listen in the hallway as I try my best.
You're just fighting for your life.
I'm fighting for my life, trying to pronounce hello in all these different languages. And I never get it right. But I don't think that has anything to do with being smart.
No, I said
No.
just worldly knowledge. Like you didn't know
Yeah.
what the Darien Gap was.
What the what is?
Thank you.
No, wait, I didn't hear it. I'm not saying I don't know it yet. Say it first.
What or where the Darien Gap is?
No, absolutely not.
Thank you. Exactly.
I know a man, a plan, a canal, Panama. Is it similar? Is it a gap in?
Yeah, Panama and Colombia. It is the space between those two countries that is basically impassable.
There you go. Rachel, do you even know what I just said? A man, a plan, a canal, Panama?
I know about the Panama Canal.
No, what's it called where it's the same thing front to back?
A palindrome.
Rachel, Marley whispered that to you.
While we're
palindrome.
Can I do my favorite palindrome? There's a
Absolutely.
town in Northern California called Wairika, and Wairika Bakery is also a great palindrome.
Oh, I do like that.
Yeah.
Wait, you're not talking about Eureka.
No,
E-U-R? Okay.
There's Eureka and Wairika.
Got it. Okay, I love that.
Two different things.
Sure.
I definitely knew about that too.
Okay. Okay, well, those were all of my dating game, newlywed game questions. I hope you
did great.
enjoyed.
You were a
Thank you
wonderful
so much.
hostess.
Thank you. Marley, is there anything else that you would like to share with the audience about Rachael? Maybe anything that we've talked about on the podcast you would like to clarify? Or are you still listening to the podcast?
Actually, I do want to clarify.
Oh, no.
one thing.
Okay.
Why
You
did
really
you
took
ask
that
him
mic
this?
powerfully.
When it comes to being handy, I am not handy with like mounting things in the house, which is one very specific kind of handy. Since I was 16 years old, I worked in my dad's union, and I did it all the way until I was like 30. So I am plenty handy with tools and stuff, but like,
Okay. What kind
I
of
don't
tools?
have to like build stages and
To prove it.
giant speaker sets and all that kind of
Right.
stuff. Rachel's just
So
like,
what-
can you hang this photo? And I'm like, I don't want to put a hole in the wall.
He's
What
not
kind of
handy in any
tools?
practical or useful way to me, so that is how I measure.
That's
Measure
fine.
the
That's
handiness.
fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what kind of tools are you handy with?
None.
Like a saw?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Again.
Saw, drills, like whatever. I just can't build. I'm not going to build like
Right.
a cabinet.
Right. But you're going to saw something.
Bingo.
Sure. I love
Also,
that.
Kaylin, do you know what I just bought?
What?
It was a power washer. Yeah, I know.
Oh my God. Marley,
It's gonna be
can you
fun.
take some before and after videos, please?
Yeah, me and Lenny are gonna put on rain suits and just power wash a bunch of stuff. Because
That
it's
is
on my
so
to-do
fun.
list that Rachel. She actually didn't write it, but she told me this is your to-do list.
Wow. And you got it even without it being written down.
Bingo.
By the way, he says he just bought the power washer. It's been sitting in a box in our garage for at least 6 months, probably
That
more.
feels right.
It's been like a month and a half.
That feels more right.
No.
That feels more right. Okay, well, Marley, this has been a delight. Thank you so much for joining us. It
Thank
is
you so much for having me.
so lovely to have you. And I would say hopefully we'll see you again soon, but who knows?
Who knows? Yeah.
We'll see how this is received before we
Yeah.
make any commitments to future bookings.
I'll see what happens when the cameras are turned off. She's like, I can't believe you told her about the chocolate in the sheet.
No, Rachel, you're not allowed to get mad about anything
I
that
won't.
Marley shared.
I won't. It's a safe space. I've shared plenty about him, so it's only fair.
Yeah.
It's only fair.
But also, Marley, feel free to stop listening.
I can't stop. I have to be
Okay.
in a specific mood. I'm not just like, hey, I'm gonna listen
Right.
to this all the time. But sometimes when Rachel's not being nice to me in real life, I'm like, I'm gonna listen to her having a good time, so that she's
Oh.
like, so I remember how great of a gal she is.
That was tough to hear.
I will say I heard my husband trying to listen to it the other day and I lost my mind. I started screaming at him. I was like, this is not for you. But I also spent a lot of time talking about like gorgeous Samoan men I'm attracted to. So it's different, different
It's
things.
true. But also, what is he thinking listening without headphones on?
He's insane. He's a sociopath.
Okay,
It was
well,
like during bath time. I was like, also, you think this is appropriate for children?
It
What's
is.
wrong with you?
it's definitely not appropriate for children. But also,
No.
maybe he's tell him to listen to this one and then get himself ready for the tables to be turned and for me to grill him. Not grill, interview, ask questions.
Yeah. No, this wasn't
It
a
was-
grill, right,
was
Marley? You
not
felt
a grill.
supported and safe.
It wasn't a grill.
Okay.
It was a grill for
Good.
me, if anyone.
I was gonna say, I'm sorry, Rachel, if there was a little bit of a tag teaming in the situation there.
It
was all
happens
out
with
of love.
It happens with him and literally everyone close to me in my life. When he gets around my sisters or my parents, it just
yeah.
turns into a let's make fun of Rachel. And I'm here for the entertainment value that it brings to everyone, so it's okay.
I know,
I
but
love my
I
wife,
don't-
but her self-awareness should be like, oh my god, everybody's saying I'm like this. They must all be teaming up on me. Oh, it's like, or maybe it's true.
I'm the problem.
no, it's
right, you
never
can
that.
go to-
It's no, it's just
Okay,
that people. Bye, Marley. Okay, that was fantastic.
Okay, that was great. Thank you so much. That was very fun. I'm serious about
Yeah.
doing it with Tyler too.
Sure, okay. Again, I don't know. His calendar's full, so we'll see. Just kidding. Okay, thank you guys so much for listening. If you celebrate Christmas, happy Christmas. Happy
And-
Hanukkah. Happy Kwanzaa.
A happy new year, and we hope everybody is getting through the holidays unscathed, healthy, happy. And
Said that with such little joy and holiday spirit in your voice.
I'm just thinking ahead to all of the stuff I
you
have
having
to do.
to get through it? Yeah.
All the stuff I have to do between now and next week, and honestly, I don't want to do any of it. But
I feel that. Okay. Love you guys so much. Thanks for listening. Bye.
bye.